So once again, I am kind of running late on leaving to go to the movies, but today I'm going to see the new Snow White movie with Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler. I am not a big fan of Gal Gadot, but I do love Rachel Zegler. I know this is like the lowest grossing Disney live action movie so far, which is not surprising. They have a lot of weird things going on, and a lot of reviews say the bad parts are really bad. Heard things about Gal Gadot's singing where she's not acting while she's singing, but I heard Rachel Zegler is really good, and her singing and some of the highlight moments are really good. So it should be kind of like a roller coaster ride watching this movie. Again, people weren't crazy for the costuming or the lack of prints and stuff, which I find strange because I realized recently that in the original Snow White, she didn't meet the prince while he saved her. Like, they were already like in love and together, which I kind of love in the story. But I did like a lot of the other live action movies. I think Cinderella is my favorite, and I also really liked Aladdin, even though they did a lot of weird things in Aladdin too, but it really reminded me of the Broadway performance. This one should be, I don't know what to expect, but again, it is currently showtime, so I better pack my bag and snacks and go. And if you're wondering what I'm drinking today, it is a ginger lemonade, so lemon juice, ginger juice, and some maple syrup because I'm Canadian. And also, if you're new here, hi, I'm Victoria, a Toronto pop culture girly. I mean, I'm currently in San Francisco, but all the same things. I swear every movie I go to, I push the limits on how late I can arrive. But I should be fine. It should be fine. Like, what will I even miss? Like, narration? Exposition? I know Snow White.
Because here, they are. AMC Queens.
So Snow White. Honestly, my expectations were met in the fact that I expected that there was some scenes that I'd absolutely love and the rest that I would hate, and that is completely true. I guess blanket spoiler warning, it's the story of Snow White, so can you really be that spoiled? Probably not. But starting with the things that I did like, and that was the storybook aesthetic when they had it. So a lot of the scenes in the woods was very fairy tale-like, and it makes sense. And I think they should have leaned into that a little bit more. And that includes her costuming. I think it looked really good in the fairy tale storybook aesthetic. I also really liked the choreography. I thought it was very showy, kind of Broadway. Mandy Moore did a good job. With all the TikTok trends of people being obsessed with the whistle while you work, choreo is valid, and I think that was a strong point throughout the entire movie. I also really liked Rachel Zegler's singing, but that's to be expected. She's a phenomenal vocalist. She did a good performance for what she had to work with. And the last thing that I liked was they kept the romance alive in it. There's a lot of things in the interviews like, oh, princess won't save me, she's gonna save herself. There was still romance. And I think that's valid. I don't like it when they try to erase the romance too much from a lot of these princess movies, because what's wrong with romance? It doesn't automatically make you feminist if you just remove the romance. Now, getting into things that I disliked, Gal Gadot. She was not a good choice for this movie. She cannot act. She could not sing while acting, so it was very flat most of the time, and her costuming was the worst. Like, literally the worst part of the movie. I did like the aesthetic that they were trying to do with the stained glass look, with her having like a tinted view of the world, and that reflecting on the village that they rule over. So her rule kind of like puts a tinted view on the world, and she sees the world through a different lens, so like that colored glass aesthetic. It makes sense. But her crown also looked really light and plasticky, which obviously having an actual glass crown on set doesn't functionally make sense. But like, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Like, I feel like that could have played to it, or she could have acted like it was heavier. It wasn't. And the rest of her costuming felt very plastic. Obviously, there is something to be said with like, just because she's beautiful doesn't mean she has taste, and she gets more and more covered in jewels and gems throughout to show like she's just being greedy and more is more is more. That being said, they could have showed she was gaudy and tasteless without it looking cheap. Like if she supposedly has all these gems and stuff, like the sequences and like just like the actual gems they use and like the design and the patterning was all like very shiny. It looked like they cut the budget. It wasn't good. And lastly, the storyline changes. Again, I didn't mind Jonathan being like kind of a rogue instead of a prince. I did like how they had the opportunity to fall in love and the fact that they didn't know that a true love's kiss would save her. He just wanted to say goodbye to her, which I think they captured from like the original movie pretty well. But I didn't like the dwarfs. In some moments, it felt less uncanny, but it was just so fleshy, and all of the voices didn't feel like it matched. Also, like Dopey being the narrator and everything, like, I get it's a storybook movie, so like narrators are kind of to be expected in that trope, but it was not my favorite. Also, like it kind of felt off-putting because she was naive yet not naive at the same time. So like her personality seemed to shift a lot, and I think when it's like very storybook versus like the evil queen in the castle aesthetic, like it felt like kind of like two different creative visions going on, and it clashed a lot, which kind of gives me to my overall 1.5 score on Letterboxd. Like the 1.5 that was there was what I liked, but the rest of it was just like really Gal Gadot really puts you out of it. And coming off of watching Minecraft yesterday, that's a bizarre double feature that I didn't think I needed. I don't think anyone needs it. There was like a lot of mining and pickaxes and spontaneous song and really fleshy CGI. Again, it's so fleshy. It makes my skin crawl. Would I recommend it? I don't know. I would recommend you stream all of Rachel Zegler's songs on Spotify. She was great. Really the shining light of the movie. But I want to give a shout out to my broadcast channel because y'all told me to watch this one and Minecraft, so I blame y'all. If you want to tell me what movies to watch, please join my broadcast channel. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Usually I like the Disney live actions. This one was a movie. And if you saw it, let me know what you thought. Okay, bye.